What's up, guys? Welcome back to Imperfect episode 10. Today I have a special guest. Finally got a guest on here to talk about some video games, like the 1/3 of what my life is about, video games and gaming in general. So I'm super excited to have Chelsea Wilkerson coming on the set. How you doing, Chelsea?
I'm doing really well.
Good, good. I'm so excited to have you here because we are about to dive into so much shit. Some passionate shit.
Yes.
But just go ahead.
I could probably talk about Fallout quite a bit.
Oh, God, yeah. Fallout's going to be our subject today. So if you guys are gamers or just interested about the gaming in general, we're going to be talking about some good stuff. Also have some questions for cosplay and things like that we'll get into. But just a little background on me and Chelsea. Is this our first class?
Yeah, this is our first class.
This is our first class, yeah. So we started taking this class together, and it's called Integrated Marketing Communications, right?
Yeah.
And it's just about marketing or whatnot. But we had to build a campaign about a subject. And so while we were talking about subjects and stuff, and Chelsea mentioned, let's do a campaign on this company that's kind of having public relation, what's it called? PR crisis.
Yes, a PR crisis for sure.
PR crisis. So we chose Bethesda, which is a video game company that makes Skyrim, Fallout, Wolfenstein,
Doom, Quake,
all those big games.
Yeah.
And so we started ripping into that, and after getting to know you and just knowing that you can be outgoing and talk passionately, and I'm like, that's the kind of stuff we like to have here on Imperfect. So I was like, got to come on, so I'm happy to have you here. Thanks for coming out.
You're welcome.
But let's dive into it. Before we get into all the video games, I want to talk to you about cosplay, because I've always seen cosplay, and it's like I want to be the nerd to pull up wearing something, because I'm huge Star Wars. And every time I go to a Star Wars premiere, there's people walking around in cosplay outfits. I'm like, that's so crazy. So I just want to say or ask, when you do cosplay, what events do you normally go to for it? Is it premieres or,
I've done a couple premieres. My friends and I did the Infinity War. And, he kind of put it together because recently the theater here has banned masks and face paint.
Really?
Yeah. So he had to actually call ahead and get permission.
Oh my gosh.
So in a way, we were kind of hired to be there as promotional people. Yeah.
That's dope. When we're talking about AMC, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I know they're getting super crazy about it because when Joker came out, and I was, let's go see this amazing movie about a background story of one of my favorite villains, and we pulled up, there was cops everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, there was cops down the aisle. They had 5-6 cops, and it's because of the shooting that happened years
during the
back.
Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of crazy, even in a small town here, they have cops out, just kind of. It was crazy. So I definitely see how the strict AMC or just movie theaters in general are probably getting when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. You gotta kind of register with them nowadays.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that is cool because I remember going to Star Wars and literally every year there's 5 or 6 people that pull up and I'm like, man, I need to get a Chewie outfit.
That'd be cool. Well, you could definitely wear a simple Jedi outfit as long as your face isn't covered.
Right.
Yeah, that's totally allowed.
Right.
But I know a few years ago I went to a Star Wars premiere, and they actually had a guy dressed like Kylo Ren.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh,
and he was definitely hired to be there,
Right.
Because otherwise he wouldn't have been
had
allowed.
The mask.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had to pull up, show his ID, and because they're crazy about them IDs. We have the AMC Stubs Pass where you get to see 3 movies a week for $20, and when you see one movie, it's already worth it because you go to the big D, it's $16, but $20 you can see 12 a month.
That's a good deal. I should probably get into that.
Oh my gosh, we use it we literally see 3 movies every week. There's not been a week in the last 5 months there has not been 3 movies that come out, which is insane.
Yeah.
So it's it's totally worth it. I mean, it's insane, but. Yeah, I definitely, when we show up, they will not, there's been countless times I left my wallet or my ID or something like that, and I'm like, hey, can I get in? Nope, no ID, we can't let you in. I'm like, dude, I've seen you 3 times a week for 3 months now. It's me. He's like, I can't, man, I need your ID. And I'm like, so they'll send you back. So it's crazy. Things are getting a little strict around here, but.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It definitely makes sense, but. So what other things? Have you ever been to Comic-Con or anything like that?
Yeah, I've been to Fan Fusion in Phoenix. I've gone to FanX quite a few times in Salt Lake City. I've been to KitsuneCon, which is in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So why is it obviously you have a passion for. Like, why go all the way out of your way to
Well, it
different
wasn't
states?
at the time. It wasn't out of my way. I was living in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And that was actually the first con I went. Not the very first con I went to, but the one that got me hooked on
Okay.
cosplay and going to conventions.
So yeah, I was about to say, like, what is a Comic-Con or those kind of events? Like, what is there? You show up, dressed or whatever, but what's happening?
Well, my favorite is the artist alley, where you get to like go and check out all the cool art that people do and crafts and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
That's my favorite part. I also, so I'm also a huge fan of Adventure Time.
Okay.
So
Heck yeah.
I made a crystal sword, and I retired the cosplay, but I kept the sword. And I've been going around to all the different cons and having voice actors and creators of the show sign my sword.
No way. That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So it's like one of those opportunities that you can probably like pull up to. You get to meet your favorite character, characters, people's fan art, costumes. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's like booths.
There
right?
is, yeah, lots of booths.
Yeah. So what are the booths? Are they just same thing fan art? People trying to sell you stuff? Like.
Well, you get like the vendor booths, which have like T-shirts, gear, merchandise, stuff like that, and then you have the artist alley booths, which are artists.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's cool. So have you ever been to like the Comic-Con?
Like the San Diego one?
Like the big one?
No.
Never.
The biggest one I went to was Fan Fusion in Phoenix.
And what it was that? So like, is it like Comic-Con? Is it just like all comic books? Is it like only Marvel? Like what separates it from Fan Fusion or a Comic-Con or?
Well, Comic-Con essentially is supposed to be just like comics and comic book characters and stuff like that. But anytime I've gone to one that was labeled a Comic-Con, it's been just about everything, really.
Just kind of everything in general in the realm.
Yeah. But like when you have like Fan Fusion or Fan X, it's like any fandom is okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Video games, comics, movies.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you name it, it's there.
Right, that's cool. And so they have like you said voice actors, so they'll have like famous people like pull up and you get to meet them. Do you have to like? Is it one of those things that like it's a booth, like anybody can get in and then you can meet them, or is it like a VIP package you have to like?
Well, you can pay the VIP package. I almost never do.
Really?
Yeah, but you do have to. You can like usually you can just go meet them.
They'll just be there.
Yeah, but if you want a signature or a photo with them, you have to pay for those items.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool you get to meet him. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I think that's like one of those things that they'd probably respect more a conversation with a fan rather than
yeah.
oh, can I get a picture? You
Sure.
know, like. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I just noticed that you dressed as Fallout Boy, right?
Oh, on the day of
on the day, yeah. I was just like, that's super cool. And we had we had our presentation, but then the day you wore the wig, and then the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know.
I should have wore the wig during our presentation.
You should have.
Darn it.
You should have. But I noticed that I was like, no, I think that's like super cool because
Yeah.
it's like I want to do more of those things. You know, it hit me because we had a guest come on talking about how we're big fans of NF, and he went to a concert. And there's this thing, he draws a black smile over his face, and it's just like, like one of those kind of fan things. And I'm like, I want to like be a bigger fan like that and like dress more like that. But I was just curious kind of how that culture was and stuff. So
yeah,
I definitely respect it. I like it a lot. But getting away from that, Fallout.
yeah.
That was interesting. I had no idea like the gaming community in general is just hacksawing this
pretty
game.
pissed.
Yeah, like
pissed.
as soon as I don't know how I missed it. I may have seen a couple articles or something, but it just kind of flew by me until you mentioned it, and I was like, oh, okay, Bethesda, like and you're saying all this stuff. I was like, I'm gonna check it out, and then you just look up the name Fallout, and then just articles and YouTube videos and just all these things just bashing them, and they're doing this wrong, and this is happening. Mm-hmm. So start this whole thing off. Like, what makes you a fan of Bethesda in the first place?
Well, I think I have to remember if it was either Elder Scrolls Oblivion I played first or Fallout New Vegas. It was either one of those two. But of course the other one came shortly after, yeah. But yeah, I just fell in love with the gameplay. Like the storylines were great, and then you have these funny instances where you're just like, oh, that's really awkward or bizarre. Like that was funny. It really gets you into the game.
Right.
And then Yeah, I think I know the moment where I fell in love with Fallout was in New Vegas when you're walking up to I want to say it was now I'm gonna forget the name of the city. I want to say Nifton or something like that.
I gotcha.
Probably just butchered it. I have a pretty poor memory.
No,
Unfortunately.
you're good. You're good.
This guy comes running out of the city and he's like, I won the lottery. And your character's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What's happening, right?
And you go into the city and you find out that the Caesar's Legion has just pretty much burnt everyone at the stake in this city.
Oh, God.
And he was the one lucky guy that got out of there because he had won the lottery.
Yo,
So that is the exact moment I was like, okay, I love this game. Like,
right.
I guess I'm pretty demented. I don't know.
No, yeah, that's awesome. No, that's cool. Cool storyline.
Yeah.
Yo, that's awesome. So yeah, so you fell in love with like Bethesda and their games and things like that. And when did that game come out? That you said that timeline between the two, but when did?
I don't remember exactly. I didn't. So I like playing video games, but I play them pretty slowly. So I don't quite often buy the game as soon as it comes out.
Right.
So both Oblivion and Fallout New Vegas were those ones that I kind of played later on after they had been released.
But this is a couple years ago, I'm assuming, right?
It's like back in, I want to say like 2010-ish, maybe.
Okay. So you started playing around, 2010, 11, 12. So it's been a minute. You've been a fan for at least 5 years.
Yes,
safely,
exactly.
So you've been following them around and you've been playing their games. Did you ever play Skyrim? Like, ever you did?
Yeah, I went out, so because I loved New Vegas and Oblivion so much, as soon as they announced that they were going to release Skyrim, I went to the video game store and stood in the cold and waited
you were
for
out
the doors.
for. I've done that a couple times.
So yeah,
That's
I did that with Fallout 4 too. Like, yeah,
waiting for it. So yeah, like that's how you know you're a true gamer is like when you pull up and you're like outside waiting. I did that from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 years ago as a kid, just like begging my mom to take me across town, and wait outside. And at the time we had Play and Trade. Around here, and I don't know what's happened with Play and Trade or whatever, but they're just dying out because GameStop's just GameStop,
Yeah.
And it sucked because Play and Trade would let you come inside, which was the coolest thing. And they'd have you play the game like the night it's out, so they'd have 5 TVs and you play it while you're waiting for 6 hours and
so that's cool.
crunch everybody inside. It's probably safety regulation, probably the first thing. But then you like when they shut down, I was like, oh, and I can't remember what Call of Duty was, maybe Black Ops 1 or 2, and I was like, oh, we got to go to GameStop this year, and I went outside, and they're like, yeah, you have to wait outside till midnight, and I'm like, it is literally snowing.
Yeah, they always release in the wintertime.
I know. What? Like, why? It's so bad. It's probably because it's always like, Christmas and all that stuff popping up. But yeah, no, it's definitely no bueno. But yeah, no, being a true fan. So Skyrim, though, when you play it and all that, like, did you play consistently? Like, were you super big on the game? Or?
Oh, yeah. I don't even know how many hours I put into it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then, once I got to a point, I was like, I'm going to make another character. And then,
gee, max him out. Just keep going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. So,
I've probably played through at least 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. I love Skyrim.
That's respect. That is respect. Because The Last of Us 2, have you ever played that game?
No.
Not 2, sorry. The Last of Us. The storyline is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Like,
I have the hardest time with scary games.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of scary.
Yeah, like I have a hard time playing through the Silent Hill games too.
Oh,
Because
no.
I'm I'm playing and I'm like, and drop the controller and
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, and that could definitely be scary. But yeah, The Last of Us came out and I loved it so much. I played it twice.
Damn.
And I was just like, so when I say you say 3 times, I'm like, man, that is some dedication because it is, especially like just playing through it all, and it's intense. You miss a couple things of the storyline that led to what it's always like. Mm-hmm. It's like when you watch. Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I have.
All seasons.
Yes.
No way. Oh God, we can talk about that forever. But Game of Thrones, same thing. It's like I watched it through. The first time, just watched it all the way through, but it like took the second time to really understand why characters are doing what and how to connect, because there's a couple characters that kind of look the same, and you're just like, wait, who's that again? And who controls what kingdom? They have beef, but they like each other now. It's so insane. So it takes that second run through to be like, You know, so, but
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so being a fan of Skyrim, you followed them through, 5, 6, 7 years being a fan of Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel when they announced Fallout 4?
Well, I was on the edge of my seat, to be honest. Like, they did the little teaser thing, and I was like, oh, holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, God. Yeah.
And then they're like, we'll do the live announcement on E3, and I marked my calendar, and I waited, and I turned it on as soon as it started streaming. And then, they started talking about it, or Todd Howard started talking about it, and then he said it was going to be, like, I think he said something about it being online and multiplayer, and I was just like, oh, God.
Oh, no. Yeah, because all the other games have been story. Except, didn't Skyrim go online, too?
Yeah, they have Elder Scrolls Online.
Is it good?
I haven't played that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I used to play MMOs. Like, back in the day, there was this one called Requiem.
Okay.
And it was a free one, and it was actually pretty good for quite a few years there. But then they, like, I don't know, people were complaining about getting PK'd and stuff like that, and then they changed it.
No.
And then it just wasn't as fun anymore.
Okay, I got you.
And I tried to get into WoW, but...
World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Wait, did they make that?
WoW?
Yeah.
No.
Who makes World of Warcraft?
Blizzard.
But okay, that's right. Yeah.
So I tried playing that, and because I had been so used to playing Requiem, the way I got to do really well in Requiem, I tried playing the same way in WoW, and I wasn't getting really good at it, and people were being really mean to me.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
it's
like,
a bad culture.
Yeah, it is very toxic.
Yeah, that's I grew up in Call of Duty culture. Like, that's all it was. You'd, like, join a lobby and some 13 like, I'll fuck your mom. And you're like, what?
Yeah,
just turned on the game. Like,
right. Yeah, I quit because somebody called me a bot, and I was like, that's not nice.
That's not... Dude, yeah, that's culture now with Fortnite. Like, you're a bot. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't get into it because that's, like, the game. Like, the game that, like, you start, like, your life's gone. You know what I'm saying? That's the meme. That's, like, the ultimate, you know?
Definitely. And, yeah, after that, I pretty much swore off multiplayer games because it was just, like, I like doing co-ops, like, in... Borderlands.
Okay. Heck
but the MMOs, I couldn't do it. People are just too toxic. So,
yeah, people are very toxic. It's a culture that you have to really, like...
You gotta have a thick skin, I think.
You do. Like, you do. Like, I remember just growing up my whole life, and it was always, like, one thing to be yelled at, but then they'd, like, find your gamer tag and, like, write you, and you're like, give me shit, like, blah, blah, blah. Or you get the other guy's like, I know where you live, and threatening you, and it's like a 15-year-old child. You're like, Jesus.
Right.
And so I'm like a 23-year-old man. They're like, oh, my God, they know where I live. And so, God, it's definitely, like, I'll never forget there was this time that I was playing a game, and I can't remember, like, how the parties worked or whatever. And I was playing, and I was like, I was playing with this guy. He got my party or something. We were playing this video game, and like he started being an a-hole, and he started like threatening me or whatever. And I can't remember how the conversation got there. But anyways, he's in my party, and I was like, oh my God. So I was like, whatever. So I went and kicked him out of the party, so he can no longer, like, we can talk or communicate. I was like, whatever. So I kicked him out. I'm like, God, that guy's a piece of shit, And he goes, what'd you say? I was like, ah! And I started freaking out. And I was like, oh my God. I started, like, he's like, the whole time I'm freaking out, shaking, trying to, like, go back to the screen and find out how to kick him. And he's like, oh, you motherfucker, I'm gonna find relive. I'm like, oh my God. And I finally just shut off the PS4, pulled the plug. I was like, no more playing with strangers.
Right. Yeah. They're mean.
It gets you so tense.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But you're right. It is such a toxic community. It's just, I mean, so many places are now. I mean, social media is just there now. And YouTube, God, YouTube, Reddit. Jesus, you get on the comments and you're just like, here's my statement. And people are like, all right. And they just, like, go at you. Like,
yeah. Oh my gosh. So that one assignment we had to do where we had to say something political, social, or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the assignments I didn't turn in.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't turn that in?
No.
She's referring to an assignment, and it was a huge assignment where we basically had to start 3 conversations on 3 different platforms.
It was 4.
Yeah, 4 different platforms, but you have to start 2 of 3. Either way, you had to start conversations about politics, religion, a pop culture issue, and something else.
Social.
And you had to do that like a bunch of times, and you had to get at least like 10 or 15 comments, and you replying back and forth.
Yeah.
So basically what that means, it's like going to Facebook saying, I hate Donald Trump, and you have to like someone will obviously comment, and you have to fight back and forth with them, and then screenshot those texts, turn it in, and write up I can't remember, 16 page paper of what I turned in.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah,
Damn.
because it was like so much of the screenshots, but then you had to have 4 pages without the screenshots. So with all the screenshots, it was like 15 pages.
Yeah.
But still, it was just like ripping it apart. But that was a tough assignment, so you decided just not to turn it in.
Well, so I'm part of this nerd community on Facebook.
Right.
And I was like, okay, what could I just possibly say that will get people's goat?
Right.
So I said, Jared Leto was the best Joker.
I'm just kidding. That is fucking hilarious.
And oh my gosh.
No.
So I completely forgot I had posted that and like went away for a couple days. And then I came back and there was over 300 comments.
No. God. Dude, screenshot all those.
No.
God.
It would have taken forever.
I know. You're like, I can't even catch up. Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a good pop culture issue right there. God. What were the comments like? Was it just like a few?
Few of them were. I was actually surprised. About 50% of them were actually supportive.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But
Dude,
the other
that's
half,
wild.
it was either very toxic, like ban this person, blah blah blah. They don't know what they're talking about. You haven't read a comic book in your entire life,
Oh,
and I'm like, that's
God.
funny because I work at a comic book shop.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then there would be other people that are actually had like something actually important to say or whatever.
Right. But
yeah.
majority, it's triggered warning. But
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
So is that the only topic you started?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah,
well, I
just
said
like-
the same thing on Twitter, but I got nothing because
Right.
I don't have any followers
Yeah,
on Twitter.
no, same. That
Yeah.
was my hardest thing, is using all these social media. But I'm the kind of guy that never engages in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I am a very much consumer. I don't even like family will like announce something. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Keep scrolling. I don't like, comment. Like I don't know. I just never engage, which bad or good or whatever. But that same assignment, I had no followers, and I was like freaking out because it was 3 days before it was due, and I was like, I started comments, I started replying to people, I started making posts, nothing would work. I was like, all right. So I got on Facebook, and I just made 2 statuses to at least knock out Facebook. And the first status is like, I'm really curious of why you guys believe your religion is the correct religion. Let me know in the comments. And oh my God, I'm Mormon because of this. I'm this because of this. And it's just crazy because you like reading the comments, and it's like all of these people I know personally, and they just very much believe that their God is the right God. And it's just kind of scary because you're like, God, like these people passionately believe, but in reality, who you are, there's one thing that made us. God or Big Bang Theory, whatever it may be. There's one thing, not multiple. There's one.
Yeah.
So the fact that all these people are believing everything, there's atheists, or it just
Yeah.
went on. So I had to go through there and reply to all these people, and I'm like, oh, like that's a good thought.
Yeah.
Oh God. And then same thing with Trump. I was like, how do you guys feel about Donald Trump?
Oh jeez.
Oh, my family's so Republican. It's just insane. They're like, oh my, go in. And then
That's
I have
rough.
all my friends that are Democrats, and I'm just like, this assignment sucks. And then all I got that whole week was just like freaking went to the next family reunion. They're like, oh, look at my little Democrat nephew. I'm like, damn it, auntie. Like, like I'm not Democrat. I'm just asking. I'm curious. Jesus.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Somehow I've put myself in some kind of like anti-Republican bubble.
Really?
Like, I don't know how I did it. Like, I don't think I truly have any Republican friends on Facebook.
Really?
Maybe
Just kinda-
a few family members, but that's like it.
Really?
Yeah, somehow I put myself in a bubble.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm a mix of everything. I'm just one of those guys. I believe in everything, and everybody has a reason to believe in what they believe, and that's 100% okay. Like,
Yeah.
that's just like, it's just another guest we're talking about. Like, I'm just that guy that's like, dude, it's like you can wrap up your more. Like, if you're really truly moral and a good person, there's one sentence you can like say and actually believe in, and it's like, as long as someone is not hurting themselves or others, leave them the fuck alone.
Right?
If you believe in that, you're on my fucking book as the best person ever, literally, because that means like everything ties into that. Whatever God you believe in, whatever president you believe in, whatever politics you believe in, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
As long as like you like respect others and their opinions, because they came from different things. Like, if I was born as a baby and you took me to Saudi Arabia and I was raised up, do you think I'd believe in fucking LDS? No, because, like, there's not a lot of LDS or wherever that may be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you are raised to believe what your parents believe. And so, of course, when you get to an adult age, you start diversing yourself, and that's where you find what you believe.
You meet new people. They show you new ways of doing things. So, yeah.
Exactly. So it's just like, you believe what you believe, but it's just like, it's so toxic when people like, you're wrong. And it's just like, okay, let's dig in why you believe that. And it always comes back to a core that an experience or a person taught them that, and that's why they believe it.
Yeah.
But it takes a really, really strong person, honestly, to try to open that mind and diverse. Because we are imperfect.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We're all imperfect. We have to better ourselves and understand the best thing we can. So, but yeah, going back into that, the whole, that assignment was very tough. It was very rough. So I totally agree. Of like, step back, I probably burnt bridges that day. And it's like, it's for a freaking assignment. Like, why would he make an assignment where we have to like piss off people?
Right.
Literally, that's the whole, like, it's like all this information. It's like, what's that assignment? Pretty much just says to piss people off.
Yep.
And record the reactions. But either way, we got it. We passed the class. That's all that matters.
Yes.
We passed the we both passed the class. Yay. So, so moving on from that, and tying it all back in with the toxic community and gaming culture and all that kind of stuff. We'll start off the very majority of what this conversation is about, why I'm so excited to have you here. Excited to talk drama,
Yeah.
But how did you feel when they announced Fallout 76? You've been a fan for years at this point. You love them. Did you watch the live broadcast?
I did.
Yep. I was assuming that you did. What was your first thoughts and feelings?
I was on the edge of my seat. I was so excited. Like, he was talking about all the stuff was going to happen in it. And then he said that it was going to be online and that we'd be playing with other people. And I was just like, oh, God.
What? No way.
Yeah. Like, I don't play well with others. People are mean.
Right.
People be jerks.
So, because there's no just campaign, right?
Yeah.
You have to play online.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. That's such a bold move, you think? Like, to just...
I think now, if you pay for it, you can get a private server where you can only invite your friends.
You have to what? Pay? What?
I think. Yeah.
That's so insane.
If I read that correctly, yeah, you got to pay. If you want a private server, you can pay for it.
That's so crazy. Like, you have to pay when it's just...
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your first feelings. They announce it. You're excited. Obviously, it's a Bethesda game, but now your first thoughts are that it's going to be multiplayer. So now you're like, okay, this is why I loved Bethesda. Now they're kind of like only giving you this option.
Yeah.
Chelsea, walk us through the steps of what went wrong with Fallout 76.
Oh gosh. Well, let's see.
Starting
so
from...
I was still excited. I was still going to give them the benefit of the doubt because, Elder Scrolls Online was doing really well. So I was like, okay, maybe it won't be so bad. They're promising only 10 people per server.
Right.
That means I won't be running into these people constantly and getting PK'd constantly.
Right.
And
player killed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Killed by other players. So, it's all good. I'm still learning too, but just let them all know,
Okay.
But yeah, PK, killed by other players.
Yep. So, I went ahead and got the game edition that would allow me to play the beta.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, great. I get to play early.
And you only get that if you pay the max package?
No, there was 2 packages that had the beta. There was like the ultimate one, which I forget the name of it, where you got a glow-in-the-dark map. I really wanted that.
Oh, man.
But you had to pay like $100 and something.
Oh, my God.
But it also came with a helmet.
Right.
One of the big helmets.
Right.
Power armor
Right.
helmets, yeah. And the other one was the Tricentennial package, which is the one I got, which had the beta key.
Okay.
Yeah. And they didn't have an exact date as when the open beta was going to open up. So I was busy with schoolwork,
right?
Not really paying attention. And then my friend was like, "Oh yeah, they opened beta," and I was like, "What?
What? They didn't even hype it up?
Yeah,
weird."
And then I found out that it was only open for a few hours, and I was just like,
"What?
How are you supposed to find the bugs and get them fixed in a few hours? This just doesn't make sense." Like, it was really bizarre.
Yeah, a beta for probably like 6. I think it was 6 hours or something, wasn't it?
Something, but it was like one day for a few hours,
Yeah.
and then it was closed.
So that's the first thing. So you ended up you bought the second highest package, right?
Yeah.
With Fallout, and then you got the beta key, and then your first thing was like, okay, it's multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, this is going to be an issue, but then your second thing was, okay.
I didn't get to play beta because I didn't.
Wasn't it like I can't remember what time of day. Wasn't it like...
It was like in the middle of the day, too.
Yeah,
like when
I feel
most
like it
people are
was.
working or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I remember looking at that, which is even ultimately weird. But whatever. So they released the 4 hours, and then what was the next step for them that they did?
Then it was actually, game open day. Everybody gets to go and play.
Right.
And still, I was still busy with classes and stuff like that. So it was still a while before I actually got to play the game.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Right.
And then, lucky for me, I had friends that were also playing. So I just, friend them on PlayStation 4 and networked with them, and we'd play games together, and we kind of, hang out.
Right.
But it was just like, you got in there, and there were no NPCs.
And no non-playable characters, which is just a character in the game, which is weird.
Yeah. Like, all your quests are done through letters and recordings. So, like, you find a little, it looks like what were they called? 8-track? It looks like a little 8-track thing.
Okay.
I forgot what they're called.
Right.
Because I forget things.
No, you're good.
But they look like miniature 8-tracks, and you pick them up and you can play them in your Pip-Boy. And that's how you get your next quest, is you listen to these videos, or these audio things.
Right.
So, yeah, and then, like, the monsters were really cool. Like, there was a lot of cool new monsters. And then there was, like, also, I think a quest or something where you could cause a big old atom bomb to go off.
Right.
And then it would, like, create a big cloud over a certain area that, like, you could only go into if you have the best gear and certain level and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not doing too good.
Yeah.
So was it with your package too that you bought that came out with the bag? Was it?
No, I didn't get the bag.
But it was the highest package, right?
Yep.
So explain what happened with the whole bag situation.
Oh, geez. So everyone was promised this really nice canvas bag with their highest package thing, which was like around $200.
Right.
And then when they received it in the mail, it was a cheap nylon bag.
Yeah, just a little like plastic filling.
Yeah, like just tears easily and is just no good. And, it was, only to make matters worse, everyone who complained received 500 atoms, which is the currency for their online store or their game store.
It's like V-Bucks for Fortnite players, yeah.
Just
online gaming money.
Yeah. Which wasn't even enough to buy a virtual bag
in game.
So it was like kind of like an insult to injury.
Yeah, literally.
And then
oh god. It gets so good.
Then everybody who had submitted a ticket for this this cheap bag had also had all their personal information made public by accident.
Oh my, did y'all hear that? Like literally it's just like, we're gonna fuck up. Okay, listen, everybody give us your information. We'll send you the correct canvas bag, right?
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, okay, here's my information. And then they leak that shit online, which is like, I'm pretty sure it was like addresses. And did it have card numbers?
I'm not too sure, but I mean, yeah, addresses and birthdays.
That's a
I'm
lot.
Thinking, yeah, you can. I mean, you could probably open up a credit card with those. Just that information right there. Yeah.
So yeah, they open up all the information of these players that they're already pissed.
Yeah.
At this point, like it's just like, okay, like you didn't give us the bag. They're like, oh, okay, like we'll give you a canvas bag with the information. Oh, I accidentally leaked it. It's like, oh, we'll give you 500 atoms. Oh, that's not enough for a game. It's just like, how many times can you like stab like your fans?
Right. Yeah.
It's just that's awful. So did that happen after the game came out, or was that kind of the?
I think that was around release time.
It was around release time when people started getting their bags and realizing what's actually in game. So what else did we talk about that Fallout was?
The most recent fiasco was that they made a Vault Tech power helmet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they had to recall them all because some of them had mold in them. So
I can't even. They're giving children moldy helmets. Are you fucking kidding me?
yeah, it's bad.
Then wasn't it like, I'm pretty sure it was like in the thousands too.
Yeah, probably.
And so it's like, that's a lot of people that already got exposed.
Right.
Oh man. See, so Bethesda's just been killing it.
Yeah.
It sounds like in all these games. And then,
I feel like everything 76 touches just falls apart.
right. And so, yeah, and that led to when we were doing this assignment too, I was like, man, this game is just being like shat on. It just looks like, and I asked Chelsea, which I'm going to ask you again, is, why not just throw the game away? Like, just be done with it and throw it away and move on.
Paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. It's one of those things like, should we just keep getting stabs, or should they just pull their heads out of their asses and get shit fixed?
Right. That's what they should be doing. So with my research, I found out that Elder Scrolls Online actually had a very rocky start as well.
Really?
And now it's one of the best like MMOs out there, I guess.
People are loving it.
Yeah. So there is still that possibility, that silver lining that they might eventually fix the game where it's actually playable.
Right. That's crazy to me. It's like, why do you think they're like? It's just the people that are paying money are pissed.
Yeah.
And you do X and X and X and X again, and you keep pissing them off to just like really. It's like why do you think they're doing that? Do you think they're just like, what the fuck is happening?
I have no idea. Because I've read other people's like thoughts on the whole situation. I think that one of the ideas was that they are spreading themselves out too thin. Apparently, when they made New Vegas, they didn't make it alone. They had help.
Right.
And that's like one of the best, like, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, not everyone's, but
right,
that it's the best Fallout game is New Vegas. And it was because they had help, but then they decided to stop getting help after I think after, gosh, which game was it? I can't remember. I'm going to say Skyrim, but it was probably Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
They stopped getting help from the other companies and started doing all of it on their own.
Okay.
And so, yeah, they're like kind of spread too thin. So it just...
So like their resources, they're probably starting other games and other ideas and doing other updates, whatever, to all these games where they're like, they may say if they have 1,000 employees, they're like, all right, we have 800 out working on everything else. We have 200, and the other probably 200 are like, fucking help. Like,
yes.
We need help.
Yes.
Like, we're getting shit on daily. We walk into work and it's fucking hell zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what I think too, because it'd just be so stupid for like the amount of things that are just happening. It's just because nobody is like, they just keep trying to fix things so quickly. I feel like they just keep fucking up.
Yeah, they're not actually thinking about what they should be doing. They're just...
If they had everybody come into a meeting and just be like, all right, let's have a giant ass meeting. Everyone, let's vote. Like, what can we do?
Yeah.
Like, let's fix this,
Well, even bringing in another company might help too.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Outsourcing again.
Yep.
And having them come back in because, like you said, I mean, going back to the point with Skyrim, you're saying that, it did have this rocky start, but you're right. Like, it is a really widely loved game. Mm-hmm. And so Fallout 76 could potentially still reach that point.
Yeah.
If they pull their heads out of their asses and get it fixed up, get it to a
Exactly.
playable point, and then they might be back on track.
Yeah. Which would be nice. Hopefully they don't dig themselves too deep into the hole or grave or whatever before then.
Right. Because they're definitely just heading that way.
Yeah.
have they added any NPCs yet or no?
They've announced that they're going to.
They're okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So are you still playing?
So I took quite a long break. I did play the other day. And I actually streamed it, but I'm not too sure how to work Twitch yet.
Yo, what's your streamer tag?
I think it's Kid Sister.
There you go.
Or no. I take that back.
Don't follow that channel. Unfollow that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'll make sure to put it in the comments below.
I think okay, now I remember. I couldn't get Kid Sister for some reason. So it's Citizen Rouge 84.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't stream a whole lot yet. I'd
Well,
like to
hopefully
try
get some.
more.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So you see, either way, we'll put you in the description. So if you guys want to check her out more, you can definitely check her out.
Sweet.
But you are playing, so it's still playable.
Yeah.
Right. So you can still.
You can get in and play.
So it's still enjoyable to some point.
Yeah, like okay, my personal feels on it. For an MMO, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. For a Fallout game, it's shit.
Right.
So I mean, take that how you will.
I gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, you go in, you get quests, and you grind. I mean, half the time when you're playing an MMO, you don't really read the quests anyways.
Right. You're just getting shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's why it makes sense. But
Yeah.
I would totally agree. I think they definitely have potential to get there. And one point I want to hit on is that we mentioned in the presentation is like the comparison I made to Fortnite and Bethesda, where we're getting to this culture where you are like so listening to your fans like literally like daily.
Yeah.
And you're so in tune with them, and then you're releasing updates. I mean, it was crazy that Call of Duty came out for years and years. It was you get one DLC a month, and it was just like, and it'd come out and you have a bunch of errors, and it'd take a couple weeks to fix it.
Yeah.
Now we're in this era where Fortnite has changed the entire video game industry, where they're releasing games or content every week.
Wow.
New map pieces, new guns, new quests, new challenges, new outfits, all completely free.
Yeah.
100,000% free. You can log in. You don't even need for PlayStation. You don't even need a PlayStation user or what do you call it? PlayStation Pass Plus or whatever.
Oh, really?
So you can just literally download it and play it. It costs absolutely nothing as long as you have a PlayStation 4. But of course, the only thing you pay for is cosmetics.
Yeah.
And that just makes you look cool. You know, now obviously they're making a ton of money doing that, but it's totally free. Yet they're also like listening whenever they put out a piece of content or a gun that's overpowered, OP or whatever, and it's like way too powerful. Literally within days, they'll fix it and nerf it, and it's back to normal within days, if not even hours. There's been shit that they'll release, like a new vehicle or something, and it'd be like, oh shit, it's lagging, glitching, and they found a hack with it. Boom, they'll cut it out of the game, instantly fix it within a day.
Yeah.
It's insane because I think what you hit on ties so well into this is because they have the resources.
Yeah.
Because when I was reading online, I think they were at 1,000 employees at one point, which is a fuck ton of people for one game.
That is a lot of people for one game.
They may be paying more, but at the same time, now they have so much resources, they are prepared for anything. They could literally go through a PR crisis and fix shit as it goes. Like, we had this whole thing where they introduced this thing called a mech, and it was just like this way too fucking overpowered weapon, and it was just so like 5-year-olds can finally kill really skillful players, and they were trying to level it out, and people fucking hated it. Yeah. But they did consistently nerf and monitor to see how the fans were reacting to kind of try to make both sides happy, where non-skillful players and skillful players could like have equal fun. Yeah. But I think it's just like this. Like I say all that because when we come back to this amazing like Bethesda, like I've grew up around them. I never got super into their games. I just never did, but I've always acknowledged that they're just amazing. Yeah. You know, Skyrim was just, I used to watch Skyrim videos all the time, even though I never played it. It was just, it's amazing.
Yeah. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah. You know, and yeah, it's definitely, but Bethesda, like as a company, like their storytelling, they are on great track. It's, it just mind blows me. It's just so mind blowing that
they could do so well, and then this game just kind of almost destroys their whole
their whole company literally almost, because you're pissing off your fans that are like, you know, like loved you for, like you said, you were with them 5 years, and you're just like, oh my god, you know, it's one thing after another. I mean, it's one thing to be like a bad game, but they're hurting people outside the game. Like when you're buying higher packs and they give you a shittier thing than what you paid for, or they're leaking your information, and that's like when it gets personal, and you're like, I can't fuck with this company anymore.
Exposing you to toxins.
Exposing you to, literally almost giving you freaking diseases. Like, somebody needs to watch over these people. Like, it's just like, I feel like with Donald Trump tweeting all the damn time, they need to hire a guy and be like, Trump, all right, take his phone away. Take his fucking phone. You know, like, take that phone away.
Don't let him post that.
For real, he tweets so much regardless of how you feel. Like, that man tweets a fuck ton, and you feel like they need to hire a guy to be like, where is he in the bathroom? Give me your phone, because
somebody follow him.
Like, it's just like, no, Bethesda, did you think about this? And they're like, well, this is what we want. It's like, go double check, triple check, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so, but so I feel like Bethesda is on a good track, and So you're still playing, and you're still gonna play.
Yeah, occasionally, yeah.
And just to kind of
Whenever I can get a moment.
I know because
Yeah.
you are a bit. You have 2 kids.
Yeah, I have
kid?
2 kids.
2 kids, husband,
No husband.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we're
Kind of. It's
complicated.
not really. Like, I think it's simple, but if I tell people, they look at me like I'm crazy.
Hey, no shit. Like you do you. You know what I'm saying? For real, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But no, I totally understand. But yeah, I mean, definitely being a mom of 2, nevertheless, and having to work and go to school for the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Which, just to ask you, like, while we're on the subject, why have you decided to go back to school?
Well, I was working at a t-shirt shop.
Okay.
And I did really like the job, but it just I was still married at the time, and my ex couldn't hold on to a job.
Right.
So I was sitting there and I was really upset because I was like, at this rate, I'm never going to be able to afford health insurance, life insurance.
Right.
I'm never going to be able to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, all the fun adventures, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, my choices now are to go apply at Allstate, which I don't want to do. I don't talk on phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or go back to school.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Yeah.
I did a lot of research, and I decided that public relations was the right track for me.
No, definitely. Seeing how you act in those classes, I feel like you could kill. Fuck, someone from Bethesda, hire her. Like, just fucking fix this shit.
Right.
Like, maybe they should have people that don't make the game, but maybe they should hire people that play the game. You know what I'm saying?
For
like,
sure.
Real fans. But yeah, no, that's super cool. How much longer do you have?
I'm thinking
Ish.
around maybe 3-ish years, 2
3.
to 3 years. Yeah.
Heck yeah, and then you're gonna get your PR and then staying around here. Have any ideas? Maybe move to?
I would like to stay here because this is where my parents are at.
Oh hell yeah.
But I also understand that sometimes you have to go where the job is.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was born and raised here too. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's all my family's here. I was the one that literally never lived anywhere.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I lived here my whole life. So it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, no, I totally understand. So, but hopefully you graduate. That'll be exciting.
I'm sure it will.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure you will too. Like it's just getting through everything,
Yeah.
to finally achieve that dream. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see where you go, and hopefully you can keep playing some Twitch, playing online. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about doing it sometime during the break.
Oh heck yes.
Yeah.
That's what I did with Imperfect. I was
Yeah.
like, if I want to fucking start a podcast, this is the time to do it. You know
During
what I'm
break,
saying? Get the following, get the people going and stuff like that. So, but Chelsea,
Yes.
thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, no problem. It was fun.
You're like quick. You're like, oh god, another question.
Ah.
No, but yeah, no, definitely. I'm excited. Hopefully, we're gonna see each other around for a minute. So
Yeah.
we'll be hanging out and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully, in a couple of years, we can maybe have you back on and be like, hey, look, Fallout fixed themselves.
Yeah.
We'll see. But again, thank you so much for coming on, and I'll see you
problem.
around.
All right, cool. Bye.
Peace out.